A year after the Maute group attacked Marawi City, forcing President Duterte to place the entire Mindanao under martial law, various groups hold a forum with a call to put an end to the military rule. Former Chief Justice Lourdes Sereno joins them. Our Anjo Alimario is in Quezon City. Anjo, did Sereno say anything about martial law in Mindanao?
You know what, my former Chief Justice Lourdes Sereno says she's deeply saddened after hearing the testimonies of those who suffered during martial law in Mindanao. She says she's preparing a formal response in the coming days. She heard stories of tortured and affected by the ongoing military rule in the south. Sultan Abdul Hamidullah Attar says what's happening in Marawi is beyond rehabilitation. He asked the government, what are you doing on the issues of social injustice, human rights violations, and trauma of those affected by the attack? Attar becomes emotional, saying there's no word from the government yet to compensate the families of civilians killed. Rogelio Gonzalez of the Kahiusang Mag-uuma or Farmers Group in Agusan del Sur says he's a victim of trumped-up charges. He explains he's been forced to admit to the illegal possession of firearm complaint against him, and worse, a public lawyer told him to give his land title for his release. Then there's a story of Lumad students whose schools were closed, destroyed, or burned. They appeal to the government to lift martial law in Mindanao. Here's what Sereno and Renato Reyes of Bayan said earlier.
Yun na po yung salita ko kanina. Nalulungkot po ako talaga.
Narinig namin yung mga testimonies ngayon yung mga martial victims sa Mindanao. Hindi maganda ang dinaranas nila ngayon. So, ang aming panawagan, it is time to lift martial law. It is time to give reparations, tulungan yung mga victims ng Marawi Siege at magpursige dun sa peace kasi kahit anong martial lang gawin natin, hindi naman matatapos yung violent extremism kung nandiyan pa rin yung ugat ng rebellion sa Mindanao.
Sereno was one of those who voted against the extension of martial law in Mindanao, and Nato Reyes of Bayan says the reason why they invited Sereno here is that there's a previous statement of the former Chief Justice that she wants to listen to the stories of ordinary people, and they are welcome. They do welcome, and they are, of course, feel grateful that the former Chief Justice is here willing to listen to the stories of ordinary Filipinos. Mai.
Anjo, did Sereno react to the palace statement belittling her as a rallying figure for the opposition?
Unfortunately, Sereno didn't grant an ambush interview. We wanted to ask that question to her. But as far as Bayan is concerned, Reyes says they are grateful that Sereno is here, that she is a former high-ranking government official willing to talk to ordinary Filipinos and to be a voice of dissent under the Duterte administration. Mai?
Thank you, Anjo Alimario, reporting live from Quezon City.